Hello and welcome wherever you're joining from. Thank you for joining me. You're welcome. Thank you. Wherever you are joining from, you are welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, everybody. Please, wherever you are joining from, try and reshare this broadcast. Try and share the broadcast. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining once again. Today we are live and direct, and it is the court outing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today being the 13th of June 2025. As you all know by now, the court sitting of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is ongoing. The court is actually sitting and the proceedings are ongoing. I will be bringing you updates. I will be bringing you information, relevant, important information. I will be bringing them to you step by step as they come to me. I will bring them to you. As I'm able to lay hold on them, I'm going to make sure that I bring them to you without any delay. The first thing to do, please, is to share this broadcast. Good morning to you, Uchenna Nnawuihe. Thank you for joining. Good morning to you. Thank you very much. I'm glad to see you. Please help and share the broadcast so that others will know that we are live and direct. Also, like the broadcast and do me a favor. If you can hear me very loud and clear, I want you to help and indicate that you can hear me. If you can hear me, I want you to indicate via the comment section, via the chat section, that you can hear me. The first thing to do is to like the broadcast, and the second thing to do is to share the broadcast. The time is now. The time is now. This is the time for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released and let go. This is the time for him to go home and refresh himself, because the journey is still far. The journey towards the nationhood of Biafra is far. What I mean by is far is because there are a lot of negotiations to do with other world powers. There are a lot of discussions, bilateral agreement to sign with presidents of nations, prime ministers of different countries, political heavyweights in different continents So, the more Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains in the dungeon in Abuja, Nigeria, the more will be released immediately without any further delay. Time to wait. This is the right time for him to be released and let go. This is the right time. I'm bringing to date. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. An update quickly. An update quickly. There is an update. There is an update coming there. It is on the screen. That is coming live to you. Yes, that is the update. That is the update. The update is right on the screen. Yes, if you are still hearing me, comment, comment. If you are still hearing me, comment. Like this broadcast and share it so that more people will be able to join us. More people need to join us, please. It is important. It is very, very important. As I said, the court session of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in progress. Is in, is ongoing right now. The court is actually sitting, and as you can see on the screen, there is an update that is coming from the court. So any update that comes to me, any update I come across, I'm going to bring it to you. But one thing you need to understand is that the time to release Nnamdi Kanu is now. This is the time. This is the time. The time to no procrastination. Delay is dangerous. Thank you very much, my brother. Please share the broadcast Why we need to share this broadcast is because Maxwell Nnawuihe, Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe, I am not just broadcasting and I don't just create content. This channel is the finest one. I don't want to say the only best channel when it comes to the issues of Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu. I don't want to say that this channel is the best. I don't want to say that all my platforms are the only best, but I can beat my chest and tell you that yes, Maxwell Nnawuihe, my channels, my platforms, I offer you the very best, the finest, the most honest information, the most accurate perspective, the most balanced perspective, the most when it comes to the issues of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. I'm telling you the truth. And those of you that have been following me for years now, you can actually confirm what I'm saying. I'm not saying because I am the one. I'm saying it because history is there to confirm what I'm saying. The internet is there. YouTube is also here. Please, that's why you need to like the broadcast and share the broadcast so that others will come over and join us, because we share the truth the way it is. We tell you the truth. We don't deceive people. We don't tell you lies, all in the name of views. Nnamdi Kanu's court update, 13/6/2025, examination of witness PW4DDD continues. Prosecution, how do you identify ESN? That's the question that the prosecution has asked the witness. How do you identify ESN? Now, the answer of the witness is that they move in large groups. That is the answer of the witness, that they move in large groups. ESN engages in more of guerrilla warfare. That is what the witness is saying in court right now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gives instructions through Radio Biafra, especially on Biafra Day, May 30th, for them to attack especially government agencies. That is not true. That is not. That is what the witness is saying in court as at right now. That is not true. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is giving instruction to ESN to attack the government agencies during May 30th. That is what the witness is saying in court, which is not truth. It is not truth. Our facility listings to all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broadcasts. That is what the witness is saying in court right now. That is what the witness is telling the prosecution applies to play the broadcast of May 29th. That is what they want to do now. They want to play the broadcast of May 29th, which is Biafra Heroes Day. They want to play it in court. That is the latest update right now. Please like this broadcast and share the broadcast. I am giving you the update as it comes out, the update, the information as it comes out. I'll bring it to you immediately. That is why today I decided to be on live broadcast, and God for network. Network has allowed us to also broadcast live. There's another update here now. There's another update right now. I'm bringing it to you. That is witness PW4. Witness PW4. I am bringing it to you immediately. What the witness PW4 is saying. These guys are really up to something, but God will not allow them. This is what the witness is saying. I hope it is on the screen. You can hear it. You can also add your own comments, your own reaction to what the witness is saying in court today in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you. More people are joining. Thank you very much. You guys, you are doing very well. You are doing great. I love that. I love that. Now I have more strength to remain on this live broadcast. That is very good. We are winning. You can also put your own response to the statement of the witness. You can add your reactions. You can use emoji, you can type, you can write, and I will bring it to the screen as well. This is one of the things that the witness PW4 DDD, that is what he said. So the prosecution asked, what were the content of materials found during the raid of Benjamin Madubugu's house? Witness now gave an answer to the question. The answer of the witness to the question. He said, pump actions was found in the container. That is what the witness said. The pump action was found in the container. Chimezie moved household stuff. I was asked to keep the container. MNK and Chimezie came and inspected the container. That is what the witness said. So who is this witness that is giving this type of details as a witness or a testimony against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu regarding the question that is on the screen? The contents that were found when they raided the house of Benjamin Madubugu. That was the question that the prosecution asked the witness. And the witness said that there was a pump action or two pump actions. I wonder who is this witness that is so specific. Who is this witness? Who is this witness PW4? Who is this witness PW4 that is giving such specific detail of what was found in the house of Benjamin Madubugu when they raided it? That he saw two pump actions. He saw it. What was he doing there? How did he get there? He is a DSS witness. Is that what he's trying to say? That he is a DSS witness? He was among those that raided the house of Benjamin Madubugu. Is it what this witness is trying to say? We need to see the face of the witness. I have been saying it on this platform. I have been saying it that masked witnesses is not in the best interest and favor of the defense, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But we have been praying that God will turn it around. We have been praying that God will turn it around so that it will be in his favor. And it's already happening. But normally, it is not good. Because when a witness gives a testimony in court, it is good to see the face of the witness and to know the identity of the witness, to know the state of origin, the LGA of the witness, to know the relations of the witness, the office or business address of the witness, to know where this witness is coming from, so that you can be able to determine if actually this witness has the qualification, is actually in the right position to give witness in this kind of case. You cannot determine it if you don't know who is in that witness box. You will not be able to know it when the place is covered and shielded away that cameras cannot see and people don't know the face of the person that is talking from the box. So he said that he saw two pump actions. Chimezie moved household stuff. That was what he was saying. I was asked to keep the container. Who asked him to keep the container? That is what this witness PW4DDD is saying in court today. What I'm telling you is live update. This is what's happening now. The testimony of the witness in the court today. He was asked to keep the container. MNK, Chimezie, came and inspected the container. That is what the witness is saying. So was he sent here as a spy? Is that what this witness is trying to say? He was there. He saw when the container was offloaded, or he saw when the container was brought out and was opened, and he saw the content, the items in the container, and he was asked to keep the container. Who asked him to keep the container? Who asked him? Is this witness an insider? This witness, PW4DDD, is he an insider? I don't want to mention any specific name. I am asking, is he an insider? Because the tone of his testimony is like the tone of an insider. That is what I'm understanding here. Who is he? He was asked to keep the container, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and inspected the container, and he was there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and inspected the container. He was there. So if this witness is a DSS operative or a DSS personnel, he would have arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if what he's saying is truth. If what he is saying is the truth, that he was there when the container was opened and he saw the items in the container and he was asked to keep the container, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out to inspect the container. What I'm going to do is, like the complete statement is not showing, I'm going to reduce it so that it can show fully, on the screen, so that you know that some of the things I'm saying, I'm not saying them during my from my head. Okay, now look at what he said. I hope it's going to come out fully now. Please make sure you like the broadcast, and this is the last part of that very statement from the witness. You can see it on the screen. If you can see it, please comment. If you can see it, comment. Also, put your reaction in the chat section. Put your reaction there. You are free to put your reaction. You are very, very free to put your reaction. You are very much free to put your reaction. React to what is going on. So the question I asked earlier is he an insider? Because as I said minutes ago, if he was actually, or if he is a DSS personnel who was there when the supposed container was offloaded or inspected, and he saw the items as he claims, and he was asked to keep the container. Who asked him to keep the container? Is it the DSS director? Is it the government? Or is it who? Is it any of the government agents that asked him to keep the container? This is based on what the witness is saying, that I'm asking this question so that we can know where this person is coming from and what they are really doing in the testimony of the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and inspected the container. And I asked the question minutes ago, if that is truth, why did he not arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he came out to inspect the container? Why did he not arrest him, if that is the truth? So back again to the question I asked earlier. Does it mean that this witness is an insider? He was spying and he was monitoring all activities of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was monitoring. Maybe he was there in the house of Benjamin Madubugu. Maybe, I can't tell. We are all trying to reason to find out who this witness is, to give such explicit testimony. Whether or not, the question as at now is, who is this witness? Witness PW4DDD. Who is he? And if what he said is true, why did he not arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why did he not arrest him? If that is the truth. He was asked to keep the container. Who asked him to keep the container? Another thing he said is, I'm going to bring that to you. I'm going to bring that to you right now. Please, if you are just joining, I am Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe, your very best, the very best host and presenter and anchor, broadcaster, your prophet, your pastor, the best, the very best on the internet as of today when it comes to the case and the issues of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to give you the right perspective, very, very objective, accurate. When it comes to prayer, the same. When it comes to analysis, the same. When it comes to the truth, the same. We give you the best. Another update is on the screen. 2 action guns, live bullets, 2 pistols. We ordered Benjamin Madubugu to open the transmitter, and when he did, we only them. That is what the witness is saying. Remember, this is still witness PW4DDD. He is still the one talking. You can see it on the screen. I have put it on the screen. It is on the screen. It is on the screen. This is very, very important that you understand what is going on. When you read, you can also leave your reaction. You can also add your own comment in reaction to what the witness is saying in court today. That is what he said. According to him, they only saw household items. We ordered Benjamin Madubugu to open the transmitter, and when he did, we only saw household items. 2 pump action guns, live bullets, 2 pistols and cartridges were found, according to him, in the container. According to him, they were found in the container. So, we are going to find if it's true or not. Whatever he said, it will be subjected to very, very objective and forensic analysis, as we are doing right now. I'm going to bring, okay, before I bring the other part of that testimony of the witness, I'm bringing this from one of us who is watching. This is from Uchenna Mwibo. Thank you, Uchenna Nnawuihe. This, your question is very powerful. I am so excited to read this, your comment. It's a brilliant, very, very brilliant, very, very powerful question. That is what we are saying. All of you can hear the question of Uchenna Nnawuihe. What is he doing when he saw those things inside the container? Or does it mean he is wanting for a day like this? Please, this is an insider. Uchenna, I love this. That is it. What was he doing? The same question I was asking. And thank God you were able to reason along with me and also add your own perspective. Does it mean that he is waiting for a day like this? That is the point. Does it mean that this so-called witness PW4 DDD, that he was waiting for a day like this so that he will come out and testify for the government to nail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That is what we are thinking right now. That this person must be an insider. You know, I give you the perspective and analysis not for anybody to praise me, not for anybody to clap for me, but the way it is, the truth. I love the truth so much. I cannot do without the truth. This person, that is the point, must be an insider. Must be an insider. He was asked to keep the container. Remember the other statement he made, which I brought to the screen. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out and inspected the container. And I asked a question some minutes ago. If this person is a DSS personnel, why did he not arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the moment he came out to inspect the container? Why did he go there? Is it not to arrest him? Why did he not arrest him if that is the truth? And after inspecting the container, he allowed him. And since that day till now, he never made a statement. Only to come out today to begin to say all these things. This must be an insider. This must be an insider. The truth is coming out gradually. This is how to unmask the masked witnesses. Reason properly. Reason properly. Now, I am going to bring the video that they play in court. I'm going to bring it now. The video that the witness is claiming to be ESN. I'm going to bring that video now. I'm going to bring it without wasting time. I am going to bring it ASAP. Just stand by and please like the broadcast, share the broadcast so that more people will come and hear the truth. God is going to disappoint all these liars. God is going to show them that he is God in heaven. I'm telling you, God will display his mighty power. In this case of Nnamdi Kanu, God will see to the end that he is a free man. Whatever be the reason, whatever be the plans of the wicked ones against him, none of them will see the light of the day. It will be a comprehensive victory. A comprehensive victory. That is what it's going to be. That is what it's going to be. Now, I'm going to bring that video shortly. I will bring it shortly, but see the completion of that, the testimony of the so-called, the false witness. The false witness. That is what I've been calling them in all my broadcasts, all my videos. We ordered Benjamin Madugu to open the transmitter, and when he did, we only saw household items. That is what he said, though, that they saw only household items when they opened the transmitter. Is it bad to order or to import or to buy household items? Is it bad? Household items, maybe cooking gas, or maybe blender, or maybe electronics, or maybe fridge, or, is it bad? Why are you then calling him a terrorist when what you saw was household items? Why are you then persecuting him for about 10 years? Why? When you saw only household items when the transmitter was opened. What evil has he done by bringing in household items? Doesn't he have a family? Does he not have a household that should be in need of all those things? How does that threaten the security and the safety of Nigeria? Household items. How does that affect the security of Nigeria? If you saw only household items and you are shouting on top of your voice that he's a terrorist. So the prosecution asked him, is what you are holding in your hand now the same video that was handed over to you for the transmitter investigation? I'm going to bring that video. That's the question the prosecution asked him. What you're holding right now in your hand, the same video that was handed over to you for the transmitter investigation? And the witness answered, yes, it is. Yes, he said. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am bringing that video now. Let me bring it immediately. Let me bring that video right. they say is ESN. This is a video that the witness is claiming to be ESN video. Are you seeing? If you are seeing this video, please indicate in chat section. Indicate. Please indicate. If you are seeing this screen, I want you to indicate. If you are seeing it, that is the video that the witness is saying that is ESN. This crowd in millions. This is the video that the witness is saying that this is ESN. That is what the witness is saying. This video you are seeing on the screen now, that it's ESN. Can you just imagine how cruel people could be? Millions of Biafrans from different states who are on a peace protest. As you can hear them, what they are singing in that protest is, all we are saying, give us Biafra. All we are saying, give us Biafra. That is what they were singing in their millions. And they say that this is ESN. How can this be? These people don't have any evidence. God has blinded their eyes that they have not been able to produce any evidence that can be able to prove their case. Can you hear what they are singing in that video? They just brought a video and said that this is ESN. The judge is looking at them. All of you can see that that is not ESN. That is not ESN. These are Biafrans from different parts of the country who decided to come out and ask for the independence of Biafra. All we are saying, give us Biafra. That is what they were singing in that video. How does that translate to a threat to the government of Nigeria? How does that become a threat to the existence of Nigeria? How? How does that become terrorism? How does that translate to treasonable action? How does that make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a treasonable felon? How? How should that warrant the torture that he has been going through for how many years in the hands of the government? How? Why should that even be a case that is being tried in the court today? Why? Peaceful protest, which is guaranteed by or in the Constitution of Nigeria, 1999 as amended. How does that become terrorism? Why should that lead to his extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria? Been locked away for about 4 years now. So that is not ESN. That is not ESN. Let me make sure that there are other updates I have to bring to you now. Okay? It is very, 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 very shameful. Very, very shameful that this kind of thing is happening in a country that is appraised to be the largest democracy in Africa. It is very, very shameful, I must tell you. It is unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. This is so, I'm even ashamed that this is happening. That because of this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being held in the DSS dungeon in Abuja, Nigeria till now. They are scrambling to look for evidence to nail him. They are just scrambling. And when there is no evidence, instead of to do the honorable thing, go into dialogue and negotiations with him. Go into dialogue and negotiation. How are we going to do this? I know that this is your fundamental human right to ask for a better life for your people, to ask for Biafra. It is your fundamental human right. But my brother, my son, how are we going to go about it so that even if Biafra go, Nigeria will still remain? This is what the government should be asking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And believe me, he will give them a very brilliant idea on how to do it. This is the type of question that the government should be asking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How do we go about the referendum of Biafra? How do we go about the independence of Biafra? That after Biafra becomes free, Nigeria continues to exist. That after Biafra is separated from Nigeria, that those that still love Nigeria can still see the future to remain in Nigeria. That those of them who still love Nigeria can still see that even without Biafra, that Nigeria can still stand as a nation. This is the type of negotiations they should be having with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And as a political economist, he will give them a very brilliant, powerful ideas. If they lack any, he will give them idea that will work for them. This is what they should be asking Nnamdi Kanu, not putting themselves to a total public and global disgrace. Because at the end of the day, Biafra must come. Biafra is already here. It's not going anywhere. Even those who didn't go to school, they even know that Biafra has come. Even the Fulanis, they know it, that Biafra has come. Nothing anybody can do about it. They know it. Even the people that hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all of them have come to agree that Biafra has come. So what the government should be doing now is to negotiate with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let them see how they can leverage on the freedom of Biafra to grow Nigeria. To grow Nigeria. This life is a kingdom of choice. What I don't like, there are those that love it. What you don't like, there are millions and thousands of people that love it. So, the same thing in state creation, the same thing in the creation of a nation, the same thing in families, the same thing in business. As Biafrans say, we don't want to be in Nigeria again. We want to be free. We want to go our separate ways. There are people that will still love to remain in Nigeria, and that is the truth. And if there are people that still want to remain in Nigeria, it's not a crime. It's their choice. You know, I tell you the truth all the time. If there are people that say, we want to remain in Nigeria, let Biafra go. Good and fine. It's their choice. And they have the right to make such a choice. It's their constitutional right. It's their fundamental human right. But those who want to go, you have to let them go. You have to allow them to be. Just like somebody came to your house and you say, I don't want you again. Don't come to my house again. That is your territory. That is your house. You know the reason for telling the person, I don't want to see you again in my house. And the person had to go to his own house, to her own house. Nigeria has shown Biafrans that they don't need Biafrans. They don't need Igbos. In the politics of Nigeria, it is very clear. It is so clear. In political appointments, it is so clear that they don't need Igbos. They don't want Biafrans. It is so clear. In all the key political positions, in all the key appointments, in Air Force, in immigration, in custom, in army, the military, in police, in judiciary, even the judges or justices. It is so clear. Industrialization, it is so clear. The southeast, the southeast is like is a neglected region of the country. In infrastructure, you can see it that the country is telling Igbos, we don't need you. The country is telling Biafra, we don't need you. As I said, you are telling somebody, I don't need you in my house. Don't come to my house again. And to go. You are still holding the person back and say, you must stay here. You must stay here. You will not go. And you don't need this person in your house. You don't want this person to be a part of your family. You have proven it. You have shown it. You have demonstrated it in marginalization, in brutality, in lopsided political appointments. You have demonstrated it several times. So many years, so many decades. From the 1966, you have proven it. You have been demonstrating it. 67, you declared war. 70, no victor, no vanquish. There are 3 R's. Rebuild, reconcile, rehabilitate. How many of the R's? 0. It was still the Biafrans that rebuilt their region that was devastated war. It is still Biafrans that rebuilt their region. So these are the truths that people need to understand. And up to now, there is no reconciliation. Up to now, no reconciliation whatsoever. The bitterness of the war there. The bitterness against the East are still there. In the north of the war, the Biafra war is still there. In the west, they still hate Igbos, burning their shops, burning their houses, demolishing everything that Igbos have put together, have built over the years, rendering them homeless, makes their finances and their investments. The Nigerian government and federation. And you say, no, you don't need them in your house. They want to go. You say you will not go. What kind of person are you? Is that civil? Is that? If you are just joining, please like this broadcast immediately so that others will know that we are live. I am Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. This channel is your best channel on the internet. All my platforms on social media, they are the very best for you to get the truth, real analysis of what is going on, also the prophetic perspective and other necessary and relevant information for the release of Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra freedom. I am bringing to you another update. The time you spent watching this broadcast is not a waste. And also remember, on this channel you will see a lot of other videos on this channel telling you what to do as a Biafran, telling you what to do as an Igbo man, Igbo woman, Igbo business person. You have to watch one of my latest prophecies, Biafra Major Prophecy, Thus Says the Lord, by Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. It is here on this channel, on my Facebook page, Facebook profile, X, TikTok. Is all over the place. Make sure you watch that prophecy. I gave 3 categories of prophecies telling you what to do. When it comes to the case of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra restoration. I also gave advice, prophecies to the Igbo business people in the west, in the north, and some other parts of the country. According to what God told me, after 7 days dry fasting and prayer, I told them, look at what God asked me to tell you. Go back home and develop your area. Make sure you take away all the alien influences that are causing insecurity in your region, so that your region can be safe for your investment, so that you can move back home. Watch that video. It is very important that you watch the video. It is one of the best videos I have ever made, one of the best broadcasts I have ever made. It is on this channel. Locate it and watch. I'm going to bring it to the screen so that you can see it. After this broadcast, go and watch that video. After the broadcast, go and watch it. I'm still waiting for more updates. Updates are trickling in. There's an update here now. I'm going to bring it to you so quickly. I'm going to bring it to you so quickly. Let me confirm that update, where it's coming from. All right, I am bringing to you now this update. It's very important. Very, very important. Now, look at the screen. Look at the screen. You need to watch this prophecy. You need to watch this prophecy. This prophecy is a must for every Biafran. This very prophecy is a must for every Biafran, whether home or abroad. If you have not watched this prophecy, if you have not watched it, it is very, very highly recommended that you watch this prophecy. The category 1, as you can see on the screen, tells you what to do about your investment in Nigeria and critical major events. That is the first category of this prophecy. Make sure you watch it. After that, another category of the prophecy, let me fast forward it, is about the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and what will happen when Biafra will be declared, when Biafra will be announced officially.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how.
It is telling you exactly what will happen.
I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done and
support. Telling you what says the Lord. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only anointed leader. Yes, that is it. Just listen. I am bringing 2 prophecies. Is there another leadership for Igbos or Biafrans in this generation? Who should you follow? Who should you support in order to reach your full potential as a people? That is the category 2 of this prophecy. Is there another leader for the Igbos? A people cannot exist in a vacuum. There is no race that can actually thrive and fulfill its potential as a race, as a people, in the vacuum. Is there another leadership for the Igbos, for the Biafran people in this generation? Who should you follow? Who should you give all of your support as a people in order to reach your full potential as a people? In order for you to thrive, in order for you to enjoy the dignity and the respect that you deserve as a people, in order that wherever you go all over the world, all things being equal, respected as a people. Who thus says the Lord, Mazi Nnamdi, only and leader of the restoration in generation and in the foreseeable future. Thus says the Lord, I am speaking as the servant of the Most High God. I am revealing the counsel of God to you. I am telling you what God has asked me to tell you. Regardless of your social, regardless of your political leaning, thus says the only anointed leader of the Biafran people for the Biafra restoration in this generation and in the foreseeable future. You have him, you have him in the divine agenda for Biafra and leadership equation. You have him only. You have only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am saying this because God told me to tell you. If God told me otherwise, I cannot say otherwise. I am not benefiting anything from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is nothing I'm benefiting from him. There is nothing I'm benefiting from IPOB. There is. I have been warned several times about what I'm doing for the different people. But I am a servant. A servant cannot be greater than his master. God called me. I serve him. He made me a prophet.
All right.
To speak his will.
All right. That is the prophecy. As I said, after this broadcast, make sure you go and watch this prophecy. Very important. Not only this prophecy, there are a lot of other videos, a lot of other broadcasts on this channel. Maxwell Nnawuihe. Also on my YouTube platforms. A lot. You need to watch them all the way from 2018, 2019, 2020 till today. I've been given prophecies. Many of them have come to pass, and a lot more are about to happen. Even this abduction of Nnamdi Kanu, I gave the prophecy in 2020. And it went viral. Before Uchemefo left IPOB, I gave a prophecy about that. That is the truth. That is the truth. Before some people were sacked in IPOB, I gave prophecies. That is the truth. It's on record. I've been giving prophecies. Before the issue of Nelly Ofebu happened, I gave prophecies. I'm telling you, before the Nelly Ofebu issue happened, I gave prophecy in the month of May 2020 about a female principal officer of IPOB and her group. I'm going to bring that particular prophecy to the screen, but I'm not going to play it. After this broadcast, go and watch it. I've been giving prophecies. So what we do here is massively all-encompassing. It's not only broadcast, it's not only court update, it's not only content creation, it's not only, it is how God has been leading us to be a blessing to Biafran people, to be a blessing to Igbos, to be a blessing to every other human being upon the face of the earth that come across us. So that is what we'll continue to do. I'm bringing this update now. This is very important. After this broadcast, watch that prophecy that I removed from the screen now. Watch it. And you will know that God has been with us. You will see it come to pass. What we do to let you know, what we do is, when I give some prophecies that are not, if they happen, it will not be a positive result. It will not bring about Biafra. It will not bring about the safety of Nnamdi Kanu. You know, if it happens, it will bring about negative consequences and implications. What we normally do is, we normally go back to God in prayers to ask him for mercy, not to allow such prophecies to come to pass. That is what we normally do, to ask him for mercy. Because we know, so long as it is a message, so long as it is a prophecy from God. The Bible says in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 18 that the mark of a prophet is that whatever he says comes to pass. It's not under RNG. It is real, divine from heaven. So the update here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court update 13/6/2025. The broadcast being played has ended. Prosecutor decided to discontinue the first broadcast. Review of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast, where he boldly said, no business person, no mosque or church, no business person, no mosque or church should be touched. I am going to bring the remaining part of that statement to the screen so that it will show completely as it is. That is a broadcast they played in court today. That is one of the broadcasts that they played. This broadcast, the whole court has had it today. All the people who have listened to that broadcast today in court, they have heard what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. What did he say? He said, no business person, no mosque, no church should be touched in the protest. And they played it in court. How does that become a crime? How does felony or treasonable offense or criminal offense? How should that then be the reason that the government is still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon? When he's actually saying nobody should touch the business people, nobody should touch the mosque, nobody should touch churches in the protest. As God always turns things around in the favor of his people, they have brought such broadcasts to the court to play in order to vindicate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They thought that the broadcast would say something so nasty, something so dangerous, something so inciting that is capable of causing trouble, that is capable of causing chaos and killings and murder. But to their own shame today, they played the broadcast where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning them not to touch business people, not to touch mosque, not to touch churches. That is what they have played. And the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching what is going on. You can still add your own opinion in the chat section, and I will bring it to the screen. It's very important. Every one of you now, your opinion counts, because this is not just about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is about all of us. Justice for one is justice for all. Your opinion counts. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, no business person, no mosque or churches should be touched. How is that a criminal offense? That is still the question I've been asking. We are analyzing the statement of the witness PW4DDD. We are reviewing, analyzing his statement or her statement, whoever the PW4DDD may be. So this is very important. This is very, very important. And the prophecy I shared with you, make sure you watch it. I'm going to bring another prophecy here that you need to watch. That is very, very important. You need to watch that prophecy so that you know that God has been here with us and speaking to us, speaking to Biafran people through me. The prophecy I gave before Nelly Ofebu issue came. I'm going to bring it to the screen here. Some of you don't quite remember Nelly Ofebu. Some of you, I don't know whether you have forgotten what happened. That prophecy was in the month of May. I'm going to bring it to the screen now. Let me bring it to the screen that you may see with your eyes. Yes. According to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You will see the date of that prophecy. You are going to see it and you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. That's about 4 years ago. About 4 years ago. Ana Agbo, Onere, live and direct. Many of you have not watched that prophecy, but you are going to be shocked. You will be very, very shocked when you see this prophecy now. 29th of March, 2021. Yes, that is the date. 29th of March, 2021. And after I gave that prophecy, it was not long. All the things began to happen. Not only her, the prophecy said a female IPOB principal officer and her group, and her group. So not only her as an individual, but there's a group. They have a group. They have a clique. It is quite unfortunate. It is quite unfortunate. Take a listen now. Take a listen. And after this broadcast, make sure you watch the prophecy. Watch it. I don't know where she is now because I said that there's a plan for kill her. I don't know where she is now. If you are just joining us, I am Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. Make sure you like this broadcast and share the broadcast. And all my content across all the social media. There are people that don't approve my post on Facebook groups. I was going through some Facebook groups. I saw that some of 20, they were unapproved until today. There are some groups that up to 100 some 100 and something posts that I made, both video, both people, and about all important issues of life. They refused to approve them. And unfortunately, these are groups that bear Biafran names. These are groups that answer IPOB so and so, Biafra so and so. And they refuse to approve posts that addresses the issue that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through. They refuse to approve it. Many of my prophecies, they refuse to approve. As they didn't approve them, the prophecies are coming to pass, and that is why a lot of people don't know what is going on. Because when such content and videos and prophecies that are authentic and real and genuine are released, people that are supposed to publish them, people that are supposed to circulate, share them, approve them in their post, they will decide to decline. Some of them, we ignore them. This is it. Listen to this prophecy. Just listen to it.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to some of you, depending on where you're watching from. I am Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. I am the senior pastor of the God's Praise International appointed place. And I'm reaching from Port Harcourt in Nigeria, precisely Biafra land. I have a specific prophecy for a female IPOB principal officer and her group.
Listen.
For a female IPOB principal officer and her group, and have to proceed with a message that may affect one or two persons if time permits. This female principal officer of IPOB and her group have been carrying out certain activities of intimidation, diabolical acts, and gangsterism against some IPOB members and principal officers, and they have been doing it in a very coded way. They have been doing it in a very, very coded way. That some of you that know her can even swear that she can never ever carry out such activities. She has been doing it, she and her group, in a secret, in a very coded way. I've discovered that God doesn't want his children to perish in iniquity. And anytime there is danger coming ahead of them, God sent a message across in order to salvage them, in order to pull them out of that very disaster or doom or danger. And that is exactly what God wants to do right now for them. Father, in the name of Yeshua, I pray for this, your daughter and her group, and other persons that are going to receive a message, those who are heading for destruction.
I hope you are listening.
Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 6 says, "A person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand." 7. So thou, O son of man, Maxwell Nnawuihe, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. Therefore, this woman is popular and she is strong.
Did you hear what I said in that prophecy? That the woman is popular and strong. I gave a clear description of the IPOB principal, female principal officer, and I used the verb or the pronoun or the noun to qualify to, and her group, not just an individual. And at the end of the day, you saw that Nelo Febu had a group. Or Diego. Prophecy Shirike. When you see a genuine prophecy, don't throw it away. When you see a genuine man of God, give that man of God all the necessary support. When the message come out, share it. When the content come out, release it. Spread it everywhere. That is the best you can do to help other people to know the truth. Her group.
She and her group have been carrying out these activities and acts of intimidation, gangsterism, and diabolism in such a coded way that...
Did you hear what I said? That the IPOB principal, female principal officer, and her group have been carrying out the act of gangsterism and diabolism. They were into diabolism, diabolical practices. And many of you heard how they went to shrine, how they went to juju to tie a lot of people. How many of you heard it from Simon Ekpa when Simon Ekpa was confessing? When the problem between him and Nelly Ofebu came out. And he was confessing during a broadcast that she went to juju, she went to native doctor, a lot of things that they did. How many pots that they buried? How many pots they buried? They put the names of people there, they buried it. They prepared the charm against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that whatever she said, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must obey her. And the charm that they did, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be killed or that he will die in the DSS dungeon. And when it got to that, the native doctor rejected it and said that he cannot prepare such a charm. That he can never prepare a charm that will kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you know how the story ended. And how Simon Ekpa and Nelly Ofebu, they were no longer working together. Today, nobody knows where she is. Nobody knows where she is. I gave a prophecy. I did not mention her name in this prophecy, but I gave description. But prophecy actually pointed in the direction. There are other people in this prophecy that you have not seen or you have not confirmed what they are doing. You are still going to confirm them. You are still going to confirm one after the other what they have done. So after this broadcast,
it appears that they are acting on the orders of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whereas they are not acting on the orders of Mazi.
That's what I said in prophecy, that what these people were doing, it was as if that they were acting according to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them. But it is not true. That is what I said in this prophecy. And the time I gave this prophecy, there was no physical sign to prove that this prophecy was truth. But at the end of the day, how many years now? About 4 years now, the truth has come out.
It appears that they are acting on the orders of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whereas they are not acting on the orders of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even though she is very good in some official assignments, she has been very, very well. But these other activities of hers and that of her group are bringing stain to the name IPOB and also Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Their activities denigrate, their deviant activities denigrate the name IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And some people have been tempted to believe that for the fact that she is still an active or a sitting principal officer of IPOB, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in support of what she and her group have been doing all this while, whereas it is not true. Now, God is warning her and her group through this very prophecy, because I can hear a voice that days are closing up on her.
Yeah. Are you hearing prophecy? Are you sure you are his prophecy? I know that some of you are shocked. I know some of you listening to this prophecy right now, you are so shocked. You are taken aback. You are like, what? Pastor Maxwell give this kind of prophecy and I didn't hear it. You did not hear it because many people are suppressing my content. Many people who don't like the truth, who don't love the truth, they are suppressing content of Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. But this is about 9 years. We are not shifting grounds and we are not leaving anytime soon. I said in that prophecy that dates are closing up on her. That dates are closing up on her. That was what I said in that prophecy. 29th of March, 21. I said that this IPA female principal officer, her activities that are that of gangsterism, diabolical activities, going to native doctor, a lot of evil things, that if she doesn't stop, dates are closing up on her. In other words, very soon, that her cup will be filled. That prophecy was given on the 29th of March, 2021. Today, after a few months, you heard what happened. From 2021 to 2022, you saw it, all of you saw it, all of you had it. Madam Nnawuihe was also affected. A lot of, you see, prophecy. It is prophecy. It's not propaganda. I am going to stop the screen now. After this broadcast, go and watch this video. Go and watch this video.
Days are closing up on her. Prophecy.
Listen.
Because I can hear a voice saying is in support of what she and her group have been doing all this while, whereas it is not true. Now, God is warning her and her group through this very prophecy, because I can hear
God is warning her and her group through this prophecy. Did they listen to this video? Did they watch it? And they say, who is that pastor talking rubbish? And they refuse to listen to the warning of the prophet. They refuse to listen to the warning of the prophet of God. And today, you know their stories. You know it. You know it.
Through this very prophecy, because I can hear a voice saying that days are closing up on her. Days are closing up on her. It is important you share this video to all IPOB principal officers, especially the female principal officers, those of them whether...
Okay, thank you for watching this video on the screen. This prophecy I gave on the 29th of March, 2021 about the IPOB female principal officer and her group, which have come to pass today. The prophecy has manifested, 200% accurate manifestation. That is why we are here. And as I keep telling you, I'll keep telling you the truth. I will continue to tell you the truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your leader for the Biafra restoration. Whether you are Igbo, whether you are Biafran, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your leader. He is the leader that God has appointed over you to lead you to reach your full potential as an Igbo man, Igbo woman, as a Biafran. This is not propaganda. This is not politics. I am the servant of God, a major prophet at that. I will tell you nothing but the truth. The video I played on the screen now is on my YouTube channel. Maxwell Nnawuihe is on my YouTube channel. Facebook, follow me on Facebook, follow me on TikTok. My TikTok account is on fire. Things are happening there. I'm telling you the truth, things are happening there. Locate me on TikTok and follow me there. Like my videos, like my account, follow me on TikTok, Maxwell Nnawuihe. If you go to X, the same, Maxwell Nnawuihe. Follow my second YouTube channel, Faith and Fortune Finance. Faith and Fortune Finance. Faith and Fortune Finance is my second YouTube channel. Subscribe to Faith and Fortune Finance. Subscribe. Because on that channel, I deal with issues that has to do with money, issues that has to do with business, issues that has to do with motivation, issues that has to do with leadership, issues that has to do with inspiration, issues that has to do with success. Created that separate YouTube channel, address all those issues that affect a lot of people. While Maxwell Nnawuihe, I'm using it to address the issues that affect Biafran people, that affect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, also motivation and inspiration. Maxwell Nnawuihe channel, that is what I do. My Faith and Fortune Finance is on the screen. Faith and Fortune Finance is on the screen. You have to follow that subscribe to that channel. Let me bring the screen. Let me just bring it and see. When you see it, you will know that this is the YouTube channel I'm talking about. I'm bringing more updates to you. I am bringing more updates to you. I am looking at the updates to see if there is a new, yes, there is a new update, and I'm going to bring it now. Immediately, I am bringing it right now. I'm telling you, I'm bringing it right now. I'm bringing it, very important. So on the screen, you can see Faith and Fortune Finance. Follow this channel on Facebook, on TikTok, on X. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Subscribe. Faith and Fortune Finance. Subscribe. And you are going to love all the content that I am giving to this channel. You are going to, I'm telling you, you will love them. Because the same truth I preach, Maxwell Nnawuihe YouTube channel, I preach the same truth on Faith and Fortune Finance to help you in your finances, to help you in your leadership, to help you in your project, how to budget, to save money, how to save, and how to remain clean in your hands, pure in your heart, while carrying out your businesses, stealing without fraud. That is what I teach on Faith and Fortune. All the videos on this YouTube channel, Faith and Fortune Finance, is to address business issues and a lot of other issues benefit you in your business, that will benefit you in your endeavor. So as you are subscribed to Maxwell Nnawuihe, also subscribe to Faith and Fortune Finance. I need about what between now and July. I hope you will be the first new subscriber today. I hope to be the first new subscriber of this YouTube channel today. Another update to you now. Amazing. Amazing. That is actually witness PW4. Witness PW4. I am bringing that to you right now. Witness PW4 is still giving it on the screen now. See it on the screen. You can see that. The witness is still talking, and we are here to analyze what the witness is saying. The witness was talking about how Ahmed Gulak was killed. That is what the witness is testifying now. How Ahmed Gulak was killed. Witness. May 30th, 2021 was Sunday, not on Monday. During May 30th Heroes Day, 2021. Which is not correct. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate what these people are trying to say. These people are trying to do what they are trying to say in order to secure the conviction of Mazi, and that is quite are going to say that you don't know what you're saying. People are going to, oh, you want Nigeria to How can Nigeria divide its own time? That was what they told the former president, Muhammadu Buhari. That was what they are now telling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How can you allow Biafra to come in your own time? That is the problem. Many people don't have conscience. Many people, they are not interested in the truth. No matter what happens, the truth must be told. The truth must be told. It doesn't matter how they try to rigmarole and try to. No, the truth must be told. No matter how hard. Please reshare the broadcast, like, reshare the broadcast. All right, the update is still coming in. The update is still coming in. The update is still coming in. This court update is really interesting. The PW4DDD is still speaking. The PW4DDD is still giving witness. He's still talking in the court. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting, I must say. Witness narrated that Gulak was killed on Monday. Suffice to say that May 30th, 2021 was on Sunday and not Monday as claimed by the witness. So, another question that the prosecution asked the witness is, I'm going to bring that to you now so that you'll be following up what is actually going on, how truth is being turned upside down in order to nail an innocent man who committed no crime before man and before God. Is sit at home still ongoing? That is the question that the prosecution asked the witness. Sit at home, is it still ongoing? And the witness said yes. But the IPOB leadership has made an official statement several times that they have called up the sit at home, Monday sit at home protest, or sit at home, not protest. It is still a protest because it has to do with people sitting back in the house, not participating in any outdoor activities, going to business or going to school or going to work. I know that the IPOB, is it the media and publicity secretary and the leadership has made press statements several times asking people to ignore anything sit at home on Monday. Anything that has to do with sit at home on Mondays, that it has been cancelled. And also, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave his personal statement from the DSS asking people to stop the sit at home protests. All of you are aware of this. It is in the public at home protest is still ongoing on order or by whose authorization, who authorized it, who gave the order, who authorized it. So if it is ongoing, who gave the order, who has authorized it till now, why it has persisted? Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why should that be held against him? Why should it be given as a testimony or a witness against him when he has given his own official statement made public to the world that sit-at-home protest must stop? That was about 2 or 3 years ago. So that is to let you know that there is no credibility whatsoever on the part of the government in this case to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They also asked the witness, who is Ikonso? That's the question that the prosecution asked the witness. Who is Ikonso? He is one of the feared ESM members. On April 5th, Ikonso led an attack on the Imo State Correctional Center. That is what the witness PW4DDD of the federal government in the case of Nnamdi Kanu is saying today. That Ikonso is a feared ESN member. He's a feared ESN member. And he led an attack on the Imo State Correctional Center. That is what the witness is saying. This is why masked witnessing is not good in this kind of case. In this type of case, it's not good. Because this type of a case is a case that as the witness is testifying, you are looking at him or her eyeball to eyeball. You will be, as the witness, he is there talking and giving whatever testimony he's giving. You will be looking at him eyeball to eyeball. Eyeball to eyeball. That the world may understand that lies can never last. Lies can never ever last for a long time. It's only temporal. To make money and maybe you buy a car, you are able to build one small apartment somewhere, and that is the end. That's the end. Maybe you fly abroad, you fly your children abroad. That's it. After 2 years or 3 years, you are back to square zero. He said that he also led an attack on the Imo State Correctional Center, and prosecution is still talking about the first broadcast that was made. He's still talking about the first broadcast that was made. Let me bring the complete part of that very cross-examination to you. If there is any other update, I am going to bring it to you, because that is why I am here. Live on air is almost 2 hours. And until this court comes to an end, I mean the court proceeding today, I will still be here by God's grace. I will still be here by God's grace to give you all other important perspective or information. But one thing you should bear in mind is that the time is now for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Enough of all this caricature. This trial has become a serious caricature on the Igbo people. It has become a mockery of the Biafran people. A mockery on your collective interest and intelligence. A slap in your face as an Igbo person. This trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become a mockery of the judiciary. A slap on the free Biafran, whether home or abroad. Time is now to stop it. to release Nnamdi Kanu. The time is now. No other time. Not next year, not 2027. Because that is what some political elite from the Southeast are campaigning for. They want President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to hold Nnamdi Kanu tightly until after 2027 election. That is what they are telling him to do. The government has lost interest in this case. That was a prophecy I gave about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yes, the government was actually thinking of the best time to release Mazi Nnamdi, the best time to release him, so that it will not cause a kind of political unrest or political instability. That's what they were discussing before some political elites in quote from the Southeast say, no, don't leave him. Have you forgotten 2027 approaching? Don't release him. If you release him now, he will go back and begin to broadcast again. He will go back and begin to agitate again. And people know, if you release him now, you are going to jeopardize election. That is the suggestion. That is the idea. That is the communication that is coming from the political elites, the political leaders from the Southeast. Otherwise, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have discontinued the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm telling you the truth. They are the ones pressuring him not to let him go. They are the ones mounting strong pressure on the president to never allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go. That is going to jeopardize the 2027 election that is fast approaching. That is the case they are making. That is what they are saying. Say, don't let him go. Don't ever allow him to go. But they are not God. This they need to understand. They are not God. And they cannot stop God. God has been proven to them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case. If not for God, they would have secured the conviction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court of Justice Binta Nyako. If not that God intervened in the course of prayers, our ceaseless prayers, our continuous prayers, our prayers of intercession, our prayers of supplication and petition. And because God is alive, he would definitely walk out of the DSS dungeon a free man. No more going back to these legal proceedings in Nigeria or anywhere in the world. They are afraid to release him. They are afraid to release him. This is very, very unfortunate. I'm bringing you another update. I am bringing you another update now immediately. Please make sure you like this broadcast if you have not liked it. In fact, the likes I'm seeing on this broadcast is not encouraging at all. We have only 13 likes. This is very, 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 very discouraging. I mean, if you don't like the truth, what are you going to like? Another update here. I'm bringing it to the screen as well. I hope you are reading the update as it is on the screen. According to Uzoma, aka Onyami's statement, a probable witness interrogated by the DSS and compelled to testify against the IPOB leader, he claimed that MNK directed him to kill 2,000 people. If you are not liking this broadcast, it's not going to go far, and people will never hear the truth. Not liking, not sharing will harm the truth. It is the court update. This guy is claiming that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked him to kill 2,000 people. There is nothing we will not hear in this very update. There is nothing we will not see in this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's mistrial, this persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is nothing we will not hear. There is nothing we will not see. Where and how? Where and how? That he compelled you to kill to are you a machine gun? Are you a machine gun that can be able to kill 2,000 people? This is unbelievable and very, very ridiculous. Hey, one more. Even in crash, even in the collapse of a building, even in detoning in suicide bombing, can you be able to kill 2,000 people? Can you? This is what somebody is saying, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu directed him to kill 2,000 people, but he only killed 30. This is amazing. All because of money. All because of what they will give to you, all because of one or two appointments, all because maybe they will fly you abroad and take care of your family and your children in case you die after giving the testimony. In case you die, in case you buy, they will take care of your family. Maybe that's the promise they have made to them. And they open their mouth and they are vomiting all these lies, forgetting that there is what is called the law of karma. Apart from the law of karma, God himself is the God of justice. God himself is the God of truth and equity and fairness. He that subverts the justice of a man, God can never condone, God can never tolerate. This is very, very unfortunate. This is what somebody is saying, boldly saying as a statement or a confession or a testimony, that he asked you to kill 2,000 people, that you killed only 30. Who are the 30 people you killed? What are their names? Where are they from? How did you kill them? These are questions that must be asked them, and they must provide detailed answer. You cannot just make such porous allegation, such unfounded statement or allegation or testimony in court and go scot-free. That's why they hide their faces. I believe that if these witnesses came with their known identities, they can never open their mouth to say all these things they are saying. They will not. They will never. No matter how the government threatened them, they will never open. They will not be this bold to make these statements against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will not. Because they know that people are looking at them, people are watching them, and people know what they are saying. First of all, people know the identity. That you, what do you have to say about this case? How are you connected? What do you know? Who are you in the first place? To come and testify. So to help them to come and lie and give false witnesses, they have to cover their faces and hide their identity. That is what is playing out. And it's wrong. It's wrong. People need to know that you don't have to fold your hand until this case is over. You don't have to relax for a moment until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released from the DSS dungeon in Abuja, Nigeria. Don't ever fold your hand and say, oh, the judge is trying. Oh, yes, let the judge do his work. Let everybody do their work. But you must be on their nerves. You must be on their toe. You must not give them breathing space until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out of the DSS dungeon in Abuja, Nigeria, without going back to the court again. Not on bail, but unconditionally. Unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what we're calling for. Not on bail. And he will be going back to court unconditionally. He should be released unconditionally. Look at what somebody is saying. Because he's wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask. Nobody can cross-examine him looking into his eyes or her eye. Ask him a very powerful direct question that he cannot be able to answer. Looking at him eyeball to eyeball. That is one of the purposes of cross-examination. That you may look at the witness into his eyeball and ask him some questions. Let him answer. So to make it easier for them, they have to wear a mask. They have to wear a mask. This is very, very, very unfortunate. It is very unfortunate. And every one of you have to keep on writing, you have to keep on talking, you have to keep on praying until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walks out of the DSS dungeon a free man. I am also looking at the chat section. You can make your own input. You can make your own input in the chat section and I will bring it to the screen. What are your thoughts so far? The court is still going on. It has not ended. The court section not ended. The court proceeding is still ongoing. It has not ended. That's why I am still here live on air. I made up my mind that today I will broadcast live, bringing you the relevant and accurate information and updates regarding this case. So, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Let us know via the chat section and I will bring it to the screen. That is the way you can have your say. Remember the videos I've shared with you on the screen. I asked you to watch them after this broadcast. Biafra Major Prophecy Worldwide, Thus Says the Lord by Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. It is a must-watch prophecy. Another prophecy that I brought to you that was released on the 29th of March, 2021, about IPOB principal female officer and her group, which has come to pass by 200% accurate manifestation. You have to watch it. There are a lot of prophecies that you need to watch on this channel. Now, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I'm asking you for the first time. Subscribe now, right now, as you're watching. If you have not subscribed, subscribe right now. Subscribe. Don't say later you are going to subscribe. As you're watching now, click on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to this channel, Maxwell Nnawuihe. Subscribe now. And when you subscribe, click on the bell for notification. When you click on the bell icon by the right, besides subscribe, when you click on it, click on all, A-L-L, all, so that anything I upload to this channel, you will get notification. Any content I publish, you will get the notification. Some people have been asking me, where have you been? Where have you been? We have been looking for you. We have been looking for you for 2 years now, for 1 year now. And I'm surprised. I've been here. So these are people that are not receiving notification. They are not receiving notification. And some of them are not subscribed to my channel. So when I upload something, they will not receive the notification that a content has been uploaded, I am going, or I am live, or there is a video, there's a short, they don't receive notification because they didn't turn it on or they are not subscribed. So subscribe now, turn on the notification and set it to all so that everything I upload on this channel, you will be the first to know. Also, subscribe to this, my second YouTube channel. Subscribe with Faith and Fortune Finance. Subscribe to Faith Finance. Subscribe. Subscribe. It's very important that you subscribe. Channel takes care of all your finances, giving you direction on how to save money, giving you direction on how to budget, make budget before you spend some amount of money. That is what I teach on my second channel, how to start business, how to grow your business without killing anybody, without shedding blood, without stains. That is what I teach on my second YouTube channel, Faith and Fortune Finance. Subscribe immediately. The channel also, I teach you also affiliate marketing, how to live a debt-free life. Just like me, I am not owing anybody. I don't owe. The same, our church, we don't owe. We don't owe, have any indebtedness. We are not indebted. That is what I teach on my second channel, how to live a free life. When you live a debt-free life, you are a fearless person. Your debt, you don't really know how much you have. So I teach on this, my second Fortune Finance. Also, how to position yourself. You know, a lot of principles that I share on channel is going to actually subscribe to Faith and Fortune Finance, subscribe to it, and you will receive mind-blowing inspirations and step-by-step strategies in your business, your career, your project, and all that. So there's another update here. There is another update here which I'm bringing to you without any delay. Umigbo no na kwa. They're not on the south. We call on you. Also, this music that is singing in the background is on Audio Mark. It and you'll be happy. Come and turn things around. Come and turn things for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is trouble. Ndị na-azụ ahịa na-ebe akwa, ndị na-arụ ọrụ nata afụfụ, ụmụ Igbo nọ na mkpagbu, Nnamdi Kanu nọ na nga, onye na-enweghị ihe ome akpọrọ ya tugbo na nga. United Nations judgment has set him free, let him go. Bata Chineke anya tụọra gị ebube mo igirigi mo igirigi. Go to Omark and download it for free. This very song, go to Audiomark and download it for free. You seated upon the throne. Every it is trouble, trouble. When man is seated upon the throne, everywhere you go, it is trouble. Suffer, tire, tire, suffer, suffer. From the north to the south, it is trouble, trouble. This is the link. This is the link for this song that is playing now. Download it on Audiomark. Righteousness exalts, but sin is a reproach to any people. Any people. It's a song dedicated to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, dedicated to all the Biafran people, dedicated to all the Igbos, dedicated to all the people who are suffering in Nigeria. The song dedicated to all the Igbos that their businesses have been burnt down in the West. Some of them that bulldozer has destroyed their houses in the West, another part of the country. Mr. P2B Wegabano Tribunal, Ebelebe Ebubenu, Alhajati Kwabuba Kejeben America, Jesano Batano Gaba Supreme Court. Ipe Bielano, Ipe Bielano, Umibo Nonakwa, Ndemakwa, Amoma Malu Buro Mezuwonu Nelo Amuo, the Kano Nonangan. United Nations judgment has set him free. Let him go. Ebubemo igirigi. Like the broadcast and share it. The court proceeding is still ongoing. N'Abia steeti gbanwe ọnọdụ anyị, n'Ebonyi steeti na Enugu Chineke ọ bụzi gịnị na-emenụ, anyị ejebezi Anambra Chineke gbanwe ọnọdụ anyị, ụmụ gị na-akpọ gị o anyị na-ebe akwa o, lenu Nnamdi Kanu Chineke gbanwe n'ọnọdụ ya, gwọ ọnụ ya ọrịa. O jesianụ batanụ anya tụọra gị mma n'iru gị o. Ebube mo igirigi. Listen to the audio. Listen to it. Download it from Audiomark. We are still going to look for a way to bring it to this YouTube channel. Very powerful and inspirational music. Turn things around, turn things around, things around. One or one. Turn things around, turn things around, turn things around. One or one. Turn things around, turn things around, turn things around. One or one. Find Omega, the beginning and the beginning and the end. Ebubeli gweke kanye na po. Biano, siri te garden femachi mo. Ebubemo. Onye gara n'obi ezo ga-agba aka, onye agaghị agba aka wela. From the east to the west and the north and the south, we call on you. Your people are crying in Nigeria. Who will speak? Who will deliver? Who will deliver your people? Nanege. Only you, only you. Only you, only you. Only you n'ala Igbo. Ụmụ Igbo na-ebakwa. Anyị ji anya mmiri akpọ gị. Nnamdi Kanu na-ebakwa. Anyị ji anya mmiri akpọ gị. Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe, I call on you today. Come and turn it around in our favor. Onye kwezo kwatugbo ya na nga. Onye kwezo kwatugbo ya na mkpọrọ. Eziokwu nọ na nga. Eziokwu nọ na nga. Nnamdi Kanu nọ na nga. Nnamdi Kanu nọ na nga. Setịpụ n'aka nsọ gị. Bikwasa ya aka nsọ gị. Gwọnụ ya ọrịa ya. Mee ka ọ dị n'ike. O jesi anụ bata anya tụọra gị mma n'iru gị. More updates, more updates, more updates. Kutusi ụlọ ha. Ego ụmụ mmadụ jiri rụọ ụlọ. Ego ụmụ mmadụ jiri rụọ ụlọ. Ihe niile ala alụ kpọrọ. Ụmụ Igbo nọ n'akwa. From the east to the west and the north and the south, we call on you. Turn things around in our favor. As we cry unto you, as we cry unto you, let our cry come to you. Yes. Everywhere you go, it's why you so far, tired, but sin is a reproach to any people, any people. Let him go. Let him go. He has no case to answer. Anyị ejebeza na mbara Chineke gbanwe ọnọdụ anyị. Obi niile bakwawo. Lenu Nnamdi Kanu Chineke gbanwe n'ọnọdụ ya gbọnụ ya ọrịa. O jesanụ batanụ anya tụọra gị mma n'iru gị o. Chai. Ebube mo igirigi. Igirigi ọgụ. Ebube rabada makosiane. Ebube mo igirigi. More updates, more updates, more updates. More updates coming from the court, live and direct. More updates. That's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court. That is him in the court. A man that has not committed any crime, who doesn't deserve this incarceration. A man who has not committed any crime, who is only asking for a better life for his people, who has been misunderstood by a lot of people, not even those who are better than him, but those who hate and are jealous of his the position that God has given to him to lead the Biafran people. And not that he has committed any crime at all or has offended them, but out of jealousy, out of envy, out of greed, he has no case to answer in Nigeria. And that is the truth. And it has been proven time and time again that he has no case to answer, whatsoever case to answer in Nigeria. He's in court. I mean, today's court proceeding is somehow very tight. Very, very tight. As I speak to you, the case is still ongoing. It's still ongoing. The proceeding has not ended. The proceeding has not ended. Let me see. Let me see if there is any other update coming from this side that I may bring it to you immediately, that I may bring it to you without any hesitation. It is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Now listen to this. To find out. This maxim that I just mentioned now, the Nigerian lawyers, they quote it as a maxim of law. It is a proverb in the Roman primitive eras that you must hear mentioned now. The Nigerian witnesses with mask, with hidden identities. And so IPOB won, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won, and the government did not proceed any further with the secret trial. And I'm going to show you a scripture we used in prayer. I'm going to read it and we're going to see it. What the Bible really says. There are a lot of other scriptures we're going to read here about what the Bible says about secret trial, whether it is, according to the word of God, whether God approves of it, whether it justifies or brings about justice and fair trial. We're going to find out. This maxim that I just mentioned now, the Nigerian lawyers, they quote as a maxim of law. It is a proverb in the Roman primitive eras that you must hear the other side. Even before the time of Augustus Caesar, even before the time of King Herod, even before the time of King Agrippa, it has become a well-known popular proverb among them. And then today they use it as a legal maxim to convey a very strong and important message to establish in every case dangers of using masked or anonymous witnesses in the with the first impression that seems to be good, to be a welcome development or a departure from the old disadvantages that the former judge brought into the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But objectively, I made that video, and unfortunately many people have not watched that video. What is the title? Nnamdi Kanu's release. Nnamdi Kanu's release. The shocking truth about what comes next, by Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. The shocking truth about what comes next. And that shocking truth is coming out, and you are seeing it with your eyes. So what does the Bible say about secret trial? What does the Bible say about masked witnesses? Hidden identity of a witness that came to testify in a court. What does the Bible say? Proverbs 17 verse 15. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent. The law today. You know them. I'm not mentioning names. They have been released. They have been acquitted. They walk free. Whether for divine intervention, he would have been convicted of a crime he never committed. The Bible says that God detests. God, it is an abomination to God to acquit the guilty and condemn the innocent. One of the ways to condemn the innocent is through secret trial. It's through masked witnesses. They won't tell you this. Some people say, oh, it's a good development that the judge is so understanding. He was even clapping for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court. How does it bring about justice? The judge has said something about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court. Government. That is not the verdict of the judge. That is not the ruling of the judge. And the process of every ruling, the processes also determine the verdict, the judgment of the judge in the ruling. Some people are easily, and last week making this discovery, and I was and clandestinely introduced a secret trial into the case of against and rejected in 2016. They smuggled it in. Wonder why the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not see this coming. And today you are hearing that they have bad media. Today you are hearing that there is a restriction of live streaming of the court proceedings in Proverbs 17 verse 15. Let's read Exodus 23 verse 1 to 2. Do not spread false reports. Do not help a wicked man by being a malicious witness. Thou shalt not allow a multitude to do it, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after, that you should not help a wicked man by being a witness, a malicious witness, a false witness, a masked witness, anonymous witness. That you should not help the wicked man to continue in his evil ways, to get away with injustices, to get away with his evil, whether his crimes or intentions to marginalize or to stifle justice, to deny people their fundamental human rights, be it a government, be it a corporate organization, be it an individual. I will say, don't help the wicked man by being a malicious witness. If you are bearing false witness, you are helping a wicked man to get away with his evil, to get away with his wickedness. That's what the Bible says here. So, concept of false witness or anonymous witness or secret trial is actually to help a wicked man. Is actually to help a wicked government. What is a wicked government in this context? A government is not ready to obey the rule of law. A government that is not ready to ensure that there is fair trial and that justice is seen with without any truncation of the process, without derailing the process of justice. That is wickedness. The Bible said that when you decide to introduce secret trial into a case, if you decide to bring about secret trial, masked witnesses, anonymous witnesses into a case, that is wickedness. Verse 2, that thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many, to wrest judgment, in order to derail judgment, to truncate justice, to cause the miscarriage of justice. Bible says, don't join the crowd. Don't join the crowd to pervert justice. So the Bible is emphasizing transparency. The Bible here, as we have read a few of them, we are still going to read more, is emphasizing transparency, is emphasizing righteous judgment. That is what the Bible is talking about. The Bible is not restricting you from going to court to seek redress. The Bible is not stopping anybody from taking anybody to court. But what the Bible is talking about is there must be transparency. There must be transparency. There must be righteous judgment. And the right to face your accuser. The right accuser. That is what the Bible talks about. Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. Biafra fight for freedom, the undying spirit freedom. I am Maxwell Nnawuihe. The struggle for Biafra is not just a political movement. It is a story of resilience. It is a story of sacrifice. It is a story of the undying spirit of freedom that is manifest in the people and being demonstrated by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the Biafran people in this generation. After the Nigeria's independence in 1960, there was ethnic tension that led to conflict beginning with a pogrom in the 1966. About 100 and something thousand lives of the Easterners were lost. Leader of the Biafran people, General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, asked the Easterners to come back to the East for protection, since they guaranteed their security and their safety. So they were asked to come back to the East because of the pogrom. In 1967, so the Republic of Biafra was declared by General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, rising from the Eastern Consultative Assembly. He didn't unilaterally declare the Republic of Biafra after due consultations, and the support was given, approval was given for the declaration of Biafra, and then Biafra Republic was declared in 1967. From 1967 to 1970 was the Biafra and Nigerian War, resulting in the loss of 3 million lives, primarily from starvation, from hunger. And Chief Bafemi Awolowo said that hunger and starvation is also a weapon of war against the Biafran. They adopted that very strategy. The blockade resulted in the hunger and starvation of the Biafran people. The concept is that we cannot feed our enemies and allow them to grow fat and have energy to fight us. General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu led the Biafrans to independence. They fought very strongly, very consistently, holding very strongly their territory. Of course, you know the story. And much like Moses in the case of the Israelites, who led them out of the land of Egypt, it was not an easy movement. It wasn't an easy agitation. It wasn't an easy quest for the reclamation or going back to the promised land. It wasn't easy. Moses led the people, just like Chukwuemeka Odumegwu led the Biafran people out of Nigeria to the Republic of Biafra between 1967 and 1970. So you can see the story about the Israelite and the passing of the Red Sea on the dry ground in Exodus chapter 14 verse 21 to 31. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu leads the call for the Biafran's self-determination. He is persecuted, as some of you may know today. He's been dehumanized. His fundamental human rights abused and denied. This is also captured in Judgment 2022. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, regardless of execution and the trials he's subjected to, the denial of his right, the subversion or the travesty of justice or the subversion of the constitution surrounded his case and trial in Nigeria. Nehemiah was steadfast regardless of the oppositions and all the calculated, and he was given the mandate to rebuild the fallen walls of Jerusalem and the burnt gates of Jerusalem. Sanballat and Tobiah, they were the oppositions that he had in his own time. Nehemiah chapter 2 verse 17 to 20. Do you know that from the time that Nehemiah received the approval to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem and the gate Ahasuerus, to the time that he rebuilt the walls and the gates within 52 days, and to the time that Jesus entered Jerusalem, you know what is called the triumphant entry of Jesus, when he entered into Jerusalem in April 30 AD, the triumphant entry in the book of Luke chapter 19 verse 42, it was exactly 483 years. 483 years. That was the prophetic timeline that Daniel gave. You know the 70 weeks of Daniel. You may not know, but I'm not going into theology. This was a prophetic mandate that fell upon the shoulder of Nehemiah, or that the walls of Jerusalem were rebuilt, gates were restored by way for the triumphant entry of Jesus of Nazareth, Yeshua HaMashiach. Prophetic, this you need to understand. Details on this piece of information, I will refer you to one of my most powerful leadership videos titled Sanballat and Tobiah. It is here on this platform. Make sure you watch it. It deals with powerful hidden truths in generational leadership, using Sanballat and Tobiah and Nehemiah as case study, which beautifully and clearly captures the leadership mandate that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has in this very generation. So Nehemiah was faced by very strong opposition by these two people, Sanballat and Tobiah. And it might interest you to know that Sanballat and Tobiah, they were political office holders. I don't want to say more than this. I have referred you to the video in which I dealt with these case studies of Sanballat and Tobiah and Nehemiah in details. So make sure that after watching this video, you go to that video and watch. The Bible says in the book of Nehemiah chapter 2 verse 17 to 20, then I said to them, you see the trouble we are in. Jerusalem lies in ruins, and its gates have been burned with fire. Come, let us rebuild the wall of Jerusalem, and we will no longer be in disgrace. The land of Biafra is in disgrace. Igbo land is in disgrace. I don't want to digress. Verse 18, I also told them about the great.
You need to know that the court proceeding is still on. The court proceeding has not ended. What the court did was to go on recess, and the court is coming back. Today's business at the court has not ended. Please, you need to stay tuned. While doing that, share this broadcast, like the broadcast, share the broadcast. I am still here. I am still here. I am still here. And other people are also watching. Other people are watching as it unfolds today. The court just went on recess. Very soon the court is going to reconvene. And we are here to bring you up to speed what happens as soon as the court reconvenes in this proceeding today. So next videos I've recommended to you, you watched. They are going to furnish you and equip you with a lot of deep perspective and insights regarding what to expect in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I am going to bring to you a video I made on the 15th of March, if I'm not mistaken, on the 15th of March this year, about the trial judge, Justice James Kolawole Omotosho. I want to bring it to you right now. It is very important that you may understand how this case is going to end, how it's going to turn out, how it's going to end. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Nobody should be carried away. Nobody should allow sentiment or emotions to distract them from following very closely, watching very closely this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court of Justice James Kolawole Omotosho. I want to bring that very video to you now. This is going to help you to understand what to expect in the court of Justice James Kolawole Omotosho in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Very important. To you depending on your time zone. I welcome. That is the legal proceedings we'll be hearing. First of all, in this very court, Justice Omotosho, it is seen that this case is coming for the first time to the court. This case has not been in his court. This case has been in the court records of Nigeria. Now listen very closely. Listen very, very closely. On the 25th of September,
1967. Just 1 year gap. It is going to be tough. And that is why the spiritual dimension of this matter. And
now listen very closely.
George is this time around, because there is a supernatural intervention that is going on the altar of prayer, to ensure that that very justice that is being perverted will not be the end of the very cycle of trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. 21st of March 2025. Now, it might interest you to know that the trial judge, the new trial judge, is of the same age with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a difference of 1 year. He was born on the 21st of July 1966, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was born on the 25th of September 1967.
So the difference is
just
1 year.
1 year gap.
1 year gap.
It is going to be tough. And that is why the spiritual dimension of this matter and the prophetic guideline cannot be underestimated, because this is going to be tough. Please, the first thing to do right now is to like the broadcast. Like the broadcast. A lot of people need to be guided. A lot of people need to know what to expect in this very second phase, or should I say the third phase, if not the fourth phase of the legal proceedings or cycle of trials of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They need to understand what they're supposed to do. They need to understand the spiritual perspective. They need to understand the prophetic guideline, and they need to walk according to instructions, according to directions. I will be giving you scriptures with which we will be following up this case in prayers. I'm going to give you the scriptures. The book of Psalms chapter 7. The book of Psalms chapter 7 from verse 9 to 15. We are going to read it later before the end of this broadcast. Please like the broadcast. Like it. That is number one. When you like the broadcast, YouTube is going to recommend it to other people to come and watch and see what they're supposed to understand and have a better understanding of what to expect, so that they will not be taken unawares. Please, it's important to do so. And secondly, share the broadcast. There is no limit to your sharing. Share on Facebook, share on X, share on Instagram, share on TikTok, share to your WhatsApp contact. Inbox people, you can tag people so that they will come and watch to understand what is going to happen. And I want to state, lest I forget, I want to put it very, very clearly to you that this is the last legal cycle of the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. This is the last legal cycle. This is the last lap of the cycle. This is the last. This is the last. Take note of it. So this is going to be considered as the final battle that will crown the victory of Nnamdi Kanu. This is the very final battle that will crown the victory of Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, he has been victorious. God has given him victories. Several years that has gone by, God has given him victory. All the way from 2015 to 2017. The Operation Python that stood, he didn't die. He escaped and he was safe. He was nearly killed in Kenya in the month of June 2021, but God preserved his life. He came back to life after 8 days. Within the 8 days of the torture, according to the records of the United Nations judgment and other relevant, credible sources, he passed out about 2 times. God brought him back to life before he was abducted and extraordinarily renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria. He has been in Nigeria under the worst inhuman and degrading treatment and the worst version of torture. This is not coming from me. This is coming from different credible eyewitnesses, both those that visit him at the dungeon and other, whether it is independent or well-meaning citizens of Nigeria who have the opportunity to visit him. They have all come out to confess the same, that the condition of his detention is very deplorable. United Nations had carried out its independent findings and investigations that gave birth to a 114 paragraph judgment that is so comprehensive, detailing how Nnamdi Kanu was abducted, how he was bundled back to Nigeria, how he was extraordinarily renditioned and kept under the worst inhuman and degrading treatment and conditions in the DSS headquarters in Abuja, Nigeria. So I am not making it up. It is in the public domain. Again, like this broadcast, please do so. I'm going to bring further detail of the trial judge of Nnamdi Kanu to you. I'm going to bring his further detail. I'm going to bring certain references that I made about him. This will guide you also to expect the outcome of this last cycle of his legal proceedings in Nigeria that will be presided over by Justice James Kolawole Omotosho. He's a Yoruba man, okay? Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Yoruba man, the president of Nigeria. Now, this Justice James Omotosho, as I said, he's almost the same age mate with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was born on the 21st of July 1966. You remember, 1966 was the year of the pogrom against the Igbos, in which more than 100,000 of them died. And because the Nigerian state was not able to protect them in the north, the former Igbo leader or the Biafran leader, General Dem Odumegwu Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, asked that the Igbos should come back to the east, which was the old eastern region of Nigeria, known as the Biafran territory, for their safety and their protection. And so, you know what then happened after the Nile came back. There was the first shot that was fired by the Nigerian army at 9 miles, Enugu, which now ushered in the Biafra and Nigeria war. The Nigerian state was the one that gave the first shot. It wasn't Ojukwu. That is not the focus of this broadcast. But I'm trying to look at the date or the birthday or the year in which this justice was born, and also the year in which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was born. July 1966. That was when Justice James Omotosho was born. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was born on the 25th of September 1967. Just a difference of 1 year. So they are almost age mate. As I said in the opening of this broadcast, this very last cycle of the legal proceedings of Nnamdi Kanu is going to be so interesting, and it is going to be tough. It is going to be tough. Justice James Omotosho is going to be fierce. I am telling you now so that you take note of it. He's going to be fierce. One of the things he's going to use in these legal proceedings, or in the trial, or should I say, the retrial of Nnamdi Kanu in his court, one of the things or approaches he is going to use is psychological. He's going to use more of psychological approach and input or import against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in this trial. I hope that the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, they are watching this broadcast. You can share to them. Let them prepare ahead of time. They must be prepared, because this judge, I am going to give you some details about his legal antecedents or records. Okay? It may not be the complete detail, but I'm going to give you a handful of it to understand what to expect. He is going to use or adopt or import some psychological tactics against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in this case. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will go ahead to represent himself as he has done in the previous court proceedings, this is going to certainly take place. Even if he is not going to represent himself, if he is going to allow his legal team to fully represent him right inside the courtroom of Justice James Omotosho, still, this very trial judge, I am telling you what will happen. And that is why we are going to continuously stand in the gap on the altars of prayer and from the prophetic chamber to see how the proceedings will be going on, in order to profile or to bring about some divine intervention for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be victorious again, for him to be victorious again, as we have been doing over the years. Let me repeat. Please like this broadcast immediately. Don't procrastinate. Don't say later you are going to like it. Later I'm going to share it. Do that immediately, because a lot of people need to come and join us to begin to learn from the real source. From the real source, what to expect in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. I said number one, this Justice James Kolawole Omotosho, almost the same age mate with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is going to use or adopt some certain measure of psychological tactics and method and approaches in this case. And his target is Nnamdi Kanu, not the legal team. Listen to me carefully. The target of this judge is to manipulate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu psychologically through some psychological import that has some legal or constitutional merits or backings. He will do it. Confrontational in this case. Not confronting the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, but confronting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in person with legal jamborees, legal terminologies, constitutional terminologies. He is going to explore certain loopholes in the Constitution of Nigeria to ensure that he secure the intention, that he achieve, that he execute the intention of Britain via Nigerian government. Remember that what is playing out is the British interest. That is what that is playing out. And the neo-colonialist interest at large. That is what is playing out, specifically Britain. I've said this some time ago and I'm repeating it again. He is going to be confrontational. He is going to explore certain lacunas, certain loopholes in the constitution that he feels that will be of great advantage to the Nigerian state in securing the conviction or the frustration of the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever I tell you, you can take it to the bank. Remember, it's not long that I concluded my 7 days dry fasting and prayers, and we have not stopped praying. We are still praying. We will continue to pray. Try and locate the broadcast I made on the 2nd of March on this very platform. That 7 days dry fasting started on the 24th of February. Do you know? A day after the dry fasting started, on the 25th, this very case was reassigned. It might interest you to know. The dry fasting started on the 24th of February. And the case was reassigned on the 25th of February. Anytime we take a major spiritual step to intervene, to bring about divine intervention in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, there is always a major move. There is always a shift of the paradigm. There's always a change in the status quo. There is always a major leap to victory in the legal proceedings or the court outings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am not going to repeat what I've said some time ago. I'm not going to repeat that. Look at my channel, Maxwell Nnawuihe. Look at my channel, Maxwell Nnawuihe. The recent broadcast I made here was on the 2nd of March and on the 10th of March. Look at it. On the 10th of March, 2nd of March was the last day of my 7 days dry fasting. I made a broadcast here in which the case of Nnamdi Kanu was mentioned and attended to. I prophesied and I prayed over his case. Okay? When the dry fasting started on the 24th, the case was reassigned on the 25th. Now, to save time, after this broadcast, go and watch the broadcast I made on the 10th of March. You have to watch it because it's like a follow-up. This broadcast is like a follow-up of the broadcast I made on the 10th of March. I don't want to repeat the things I said on the 10th of March. So to save us time for this particular broadcast, after watching this broadcast, go and watch that broadcast, which is also a continuation of the broadcast I made on the 2nd of March. The 2nd of March was the day I broke my 7 days dry fasting. And then the follow-up of that broadcast was on the 10th of March. I said a lot of things. Go back to that broadcast and watch it so that you can understand this particular broadcast I am making right now. Very, very important. So I am urging you, like this broadcast, share it, comment to encourage people, comment to make your own input, not to condemn, because if you don't really understand what I'm saying, you have to listen to all other of my broadcasts. This is not just to take credit. That will help you to guide you in the type of comment you make in the chat section. Very important. Now, without further ado, I'm going to bring to you some important and striking detail of this new trial judge of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Justice James Kolawole Omotosho. I am still Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. In case you are just joining us now, now I am bringing it to you without further ado. Remember, I told you that I'm going to read out to you Psalms chapter 7 from verse 9 to 15. Psalms chapter 7 from verse 9 to 15 is going to be a scripture for our prayer point regarding the case of Nnamdi Kanu that is coming up very soon. Now, Justice James Kolawole Omotosho, this is coming from Opinion Nigeria. This is coming from Opinion Nigeria. This publication was made on the 12th of March 2025. It is not coming from me. Everything I'm going to read out here is coming from Opinion Nigeria, published on the 12th of March 2025. I'm going to read it and it should be on the screen. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Chairman, National Judicial Council Directive for the forwarding of Dr. Oluwole Adeoye Diani, applicant in suit number FHC ABJ CS 8352024. Complaint rejoinder dated 27th 11th 2024, including the verifying affidavit of Nigeria, along with the National Judicial Council correspondence dated 09/12/2024 with the reference number NJC F3 FHC 57/11/16 to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court for the information and records of the Federal High Court with respect to the res judicata of the suit number FHC ABJ/CS/835/2/2024 and the qualification of the subject judge, Honorable Justice James Kolawole Omotosho, from the suit number FHC ABJ/CS 835/2024 was legal, lawful, constitutional, and just for the following reasons enumerated below. Now, the caption of this very article or public from Opinion Area is Justice James Kolawole Omotosho failed in his unlawful attempt to complicate or to implicate the National Judicial Council and the Chief Justice of Nigeria in the criminal acts of forgery and other crimes that he committed. Justice James Kolawole Omotosho failed in his unlawful attempt to implicate the National Judicial Council and the Chief Justice of Nigeria in acts of forgery and other crimes that he committed. That is the title of this publication that is coming from Opinion Nigeria. I have read the first paragraph or the introduction. Now, the first paragraph reads, the subject judge, Honorable Justice James Kolawole Omotosho, was complicit in the criminal act of conspiracy, forgery, fabrication of false evidence in a due proceeding, and perjury in the respondent, the Honorable Minister of Finance, 18/9/2020, as evidenced in the prevarication and or non-denial of complicity in the criminal acts of conspiracy, forgery, fabrication of false evidence, and perjury contained in the Federal High Court correspondence directed by the subject judge, Honorable Justice James Kolawole Omotosho, dated 10/12/2024, with the reference number FHC ABJ/DCR/835/2024 to Dr. Oluwole Diani, the applicant in the matter. Paragraph 2. The subject judge, Honorable Justice James Kolawole Omotosho, contravenes Section 295, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, Section 22, subsection 6 of the Federal High Court Act, and Section 26A of the Court of Appeal Act in the open on the 12th 11/2024 by illegally, unlawfully, and unconstitutionally arrogating to himself the constitutional powers and prerogatives of the Court of Appeal by refusing to refer a question law to the Court of Appeal for determination as prayed by me as the applicant in my interlocutory application dated 7/10/2024. Paragraph 3. Please make sure you are making use of the details displaying on the screen. Whatever detail you see displayed on the screen, make use of it. Paragraph 3. The subject judge, Honorable Justice James Kolawole Motor Show contravenes Section 80, 156, 157, 158, subsection 1, 161, 164, subsection 1 to 17, 182, 362, 363, 164, 365, 366, and 36 of the Penal Code through the commission of the criminal acts of conspiracy, forgery, and fabrication of false evidence, among other criminal acts. Paragraph 4. The subject, Judge Honorable Justice James Kolawole Omotosho, contravened rules 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2.8, 3.1, 3.3, 11, 1, 3, and 12.2a of the Code of Conduct for Judicial Officers 2016. Paragraph 5. The subject, Honorable Justice James Kolawole Omotosho, contemptuously challenged the powers and authorities of the CJN/Chairman NJC, who lawfully and constitutionally complied with Section 10, subsection 1 of the Oath Act. It shall be lawful for the Chief Justice of Nigeria, a Justice of the Supreme Court, Notary Public, and any Commissioner for Oaths to administer any lawful oath or to take any lawful affirmation or affidavit which may be required to be taken or made for the purpose of complying with the requirement of any law for the time being in force throughout Nigeria or elsewhere, except where such procedure is expressly or by a necessary implication manifestly excluded by the terms of such law, as aforesaid, and the presumption shall be against any such exclusion with respect to the verifying affidavit dated 15/11/2024 deposed to by Dr. Oluwole Adeoye, bearing the applicant in the Supreme Court of Nigeria.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. It is time. It is time. The further proceedings in the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu versus Federal Republic of Nigeria have been adjourned. Has been adjourned to 18th June 2025. June 2025. A new witness for the prosecution testified today. On the 18th of June, the case will continue from where it stopped. And that is the breaking news for today. And this brings this broadcast to an end. This breaks this broadcast to an end today. And I want to sincerely thank every one of you that have been with me for the past 3 hours. I am Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe, the only prophet that will tell you the truth the way it is, the only prophet that speaks the truth all the way from 2016 till today. I have not changed. And I will continue to bring you up to speed every developing informational stories regarding the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But you must remember that without prayers, we are going nowhere in this case. We have seen it, and we are not going to give excuses. We are not going to relax. We are not going to rest on our hours until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out of the DSS dungeon in Abuja, Nigeria, hell and hearty, to continue and to complete the very divine assignment that God has given to him. We are not up. I'm going to see you again, God willing, in the next court adjourned date. And from me from here, it is goodbye and God bless you.